Hey y'all, welcome back to Sunny with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I am being called to talk about vulnerability. So this is a collective convo, and we're going to talk about the power of vulnerability, and also within that, and within vulnerability, and also in addition to the courage to love. Okay, the courage to love and be vulnerable. All right, this is something that people struggle with. Um, okay. And look, I've always been someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. I've always been a vulnerable person. And it took a long time to recognize the strength and power within that, especially when people would just use me as a doormat. I think that one of the things that came through when I was given this topic to speak on, by the way, I'm watching Twilight, and that relationship is really abusive. But anyway, one of the things that came through was one's ability to self-sabotage. Okay, so we did a collective coffee on self-sabotaging last week. It's way too bright in here. Is this gonna... God damn it. All right. One's ability to completely fuck up their entire lives because of their inability to be vulnerable, or have enough courage to love. And I think the Wizard of Oz just came through. Probably just... oh God, I just want to lay down. By the way, I'm also being encouraged to... I need to put my feet up here on this table. I'm also being encouraged to take a rest. So, except for all of the projects that involve the books, I'm not going to be doing any readings for a minute after this. Okay? So anyway, vulnerability is a superpower. And I think when we get to a place within ourselves, our self-knowing, our self-love, right? Oh, it's the part where they're going to talk about how he's a vampire. Put this movie on and I was on TikTok. I didn't watch any of it. Anyway, I want you to ask yourself if you have a hard time being vulnerable or having enough courage to be open about the way you feel about someone. Ask yourself why. Of course, it usually stems from a place of inadequacy, stemming from usually a place of childhood trauma of some sort, or just initial heartbreak, right? But I think our society has a big misunderstanding with heartbreak. Heartbreak isn't a... why am I... oh. Anyway, that was very nice. Anyway, our society has a lot of misconceptions when it comes to love, mostly because of the things that we've been indoctrinated into thinking about love. Like, someone needs to save you, you're only worthy of love if you love yourself, etc., etc. So when we experience heartbreak, it hurts. Yeah, it fucking hurts, because your heart's a muscle. It's just like any other strain you get, right? You tear your ACL, I don't know. I don't really know any other muscles. You hurt something, it hurts. But it heals too. I have always been on the receiving end of unrequited love, and my ability to continue loving even when... What's up? Why are you out of the bath? Enjoy yourself, buddy. You need something? He said, I just hear you talking. I want to bug you. Well, I'm out of it now. Oh, the ability to love takes courage, right? Wizard of Oz. Yeah, we're back there. So, it can be seen as a very... I don't know, the society claims that love is like, oh, you're a wuss, or but I think deep down, literally all of us just want to be loved. So it's so fucking weird why we don't love each other more openly, more freely, more fully, you know? Wholly. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Your heart's gonna break. Again, it's like any other sore muscle. You'll get the fuck over it. But like in the meantime and in between time, how could you pass up on an opportunity to like have this incredible love story if you so choose, right? So I think that especially with these times, we're getting darker and darker, and the world needs more love, both romantic love and just platonic love, but more fucking love, right? There's nothing to be ashamed of when you love someone. That is like, especially coming from a feminine, it is so fucking sexy when people have confidence in love. Like, I can't think of anything sexier, honestly, than this drive to love, right? And I know that because of the patriarch, I'm sensory toying over here, if you're hearing my Lego building. But like, oh God. To be loved is to be seen, and to be seen is to be whole. And when you have those feelings, there's nothing... It's like this ultimate... It's the ultimate time of like emotion, you know? Yeah, love is harsh. It can be hard work. You know, it's a verb and a noun. It's a feeling and an action, you know? It's courageous, it's vulnerable, it's beautiful. And I'm being called to share because, you know, I think when we've seen so much death in the past, you know, year especially, but like even just in our lifetimes, now that we have access to each other globally, I want to encourage everyone to love fearlessly. I really... Let it be known. There's nothing fucking sexier than telling someone you love them. And yeah, it doesn't always go as planned. Like, I'm the queen of love notes, okay? The amount of people I've poured my heart out to in love notes and just love action, it's never depleted me though, you know? Yeah, I get heartbroken every here and there because I've always had unrequited love. No one... because people think it's weird. People think it's weird to love like that, but I've been put on this planet to kind of showcase that, like, no, this is exactly what we need more of. And when you feel like this, that's like prime humanity. Like, love is all you need. I'm thinking of the movie Love Actually. I used to love that movie until I got like critical consciousness, but I still really like the beginning part when Hugh Grant says that love is all around. Wait, what does he say? Something along those lines. I really, yeah, just watch that part of the movie because, I mean, you can watch the whole movie, but I think that part is love actually is all around. Is that what he says? And I think in this season of divine unions coming together, you know, it's because of the need for love on this evil planet, right? Because again, that is the one feeling we all desire. Like, just think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. That is love, acceptance. But I think there isn't really acceptance without love, you know? People allowing you to be authentically who you are and loving you regardless, and people doing small acts, right? It doesn't have to be, you know, I love you, so let's fuck. I love you, let's make kids. It doesn't have to be that. It can be. But it can also just be, I love humans. I love you. Let me help you. Let me do this for you. Let me love you. And yeah, that starts with love for yourself, which is also very courageous in a society